Today we're talking about success. What is success for art? Like, what is success for a creative person? Amy Sherrod has a quote, and it says, "Success for me is staying true to who you are and not deviating from a path." I don't think my success would have come to me as easily had I not committed to making the work in such a way that made me uncomfortable. I could have gotten the job teaching, or I could have made myself comfortable, but I didn't. I did a job that I didn't want to do, so I could do a job that I wanted to do. That's a quote, very realistic, if you think about it. Is not romanticizing success in art in any way. It's not about getting money, it's not about being famous, and it is also not about having a studio and time or having the perfect connections. Is not about being always happy with what you are creating. So what is success? I've reached here on YouTube, for example, to monetize my videos, finally, after so many years. And was something that I was not even so interested in. I didn't even did everything to be monetized, but once it was possible, I was like, why not? Because it's a lot of work, it's a lot of time that I'm offering here. So if I get some sense, it's fine, it's okay, it's not that bad. And if you think about numbers, if you think about price, that could be an aspect of success. So in many ways, I am even considering myself more successful because I have recognition somehow, and I have some sort of money from what I do, from my time that I invest in this project. In another hand, I am also I've recently did stickers, and this is the moment where I can share with you about them as well. And if you're in the video, you can see this. I also have one here in my journal. Those are stickers that I made for this project, especially for this podcast, but also for everything that I do that felt much abstract, like videos and podcasts. I wanted something material, something very concrete, that I can have the feeling that I created something. Drawing has been this for me, doing clay sometimes, and the stickers are already my website. Usually just going to castings, learning stuff, and then people say no. And then there's a lot of work. There is no one really cherishing my work there, or I get nothing for it. And this is the work, going to castings and learning lines, and this is all not even seen, not even paid. So just from my other perspective as an actor, this feels already an accomplishment somehow. I feel also successful because I was able to create something that is material, that I wanted to create this because I was missing this feeling of concrete stuff that I can sell, and now I have it. So yeah, there is this part which I will not lie, I feel successful right now for having this, but at the same time there is this insatisfaction, there is always there, and I do not feel full because of it. I do not feel comfortable as well with all of the strategies of earning money, with this added actually a layer of more complexity in what I do. It made me want to request everything that I'm doing and have another life crisis, basically. Just to explain the context of my life, I have been monetizing, I have been selling courses. I also am selling a German course for Brazilians, which all of the stuff are things that I have been doing for years, and they took a lot of time. And it was a lot of work, and being able to get something out of it now and offering people, which also not means that they're selling. It doesn't mean that this is going well, but it means that I have the option to offer you. And this feels like something better than just being here for nothing. It feels more intentional actually to be here, and I'm aware of the game. And this has been on my mind. This is my context. I don't know how this is for you, but this is a complex topic, and based in this context, you also know maybe now from where I'm coming from, so that we can discuss what is success in art. And a huge part of this in our world should not be romanticizing anything, is getting money, is getting the option of getting money, is finding a way to be seen, is finding a way to exist with your art in this world, to make your art exist, that's already a success. For real. I am sure that making your art exist is a success. And sometimes that includes money, sometimes not. And when you want that it is sustainable and you want that this gives you money and this is giving you money, success. But if you think about the origin of the name sucedere and success itself, suceder, is like you just let us go to the next level. It's really just giving the next step. Not giving like making, more like in Portuguese we would say dar, which is so much more like flow. You don't have to make the next steps. You're gonna give the next step. You're gonna dar o próximo passo and then you're gonna give again. It's more like flowing. You allow this to go to the next level, and this is success. It doesn't mean that the next level is better, worse, it's gonna have another difficulties in there, but it just means that this place where you are right now, if you stay there, is not success. If you move on, is already moving, is already suceder, is already flowing, then you're already successful. What the quote said is like staying true to who you are and staying in your path. It's something really interesting that I think, because often going to this next level or allowing the next thing to come, it's gonna be uncomfortable. I kind of agree with the quote when you believe that you are having your own path, and this idea of a path, this idea of this is your way, and giving the next step in this way of yours, it's gonna be your success. It doesn't mean that it's gonna have anything to do with the money or the accomplishment or how successful, like how happy you are with your art, but it's truly just continuing in your path, making the next steps to stay in your path. What is your path is a whole other episode, but you know where you wanna go, you know what is like your way, and it's really tricky to fall into the society or what a friend thinks or what a family member think about it. So it is success if you want to stay there right where you want to be and allow yourself to go to the next place where you want to be, shutting down everyone else's voices. When I was reading a book of Sell Your Art, there was like a lot of insights of how to sell your art, how to make money with your art and how to make it exist in the world, but also to be sustainable. And nowadays we do have like a lot of options, which are going back to a strategy that we had at the Renaissance. Even the Renaissance had to be found. It was something that we had Patreons, that we have mercenarios, and those all were like rich people that gave their money to creative people that they could do what they're doing. And this is how not just like the most amazing art have been created that are still today paid to be watched, but also this is how people lived. This is how they assume their place to be like, I need someone to take care of me so that I could create something. The analogy that I have in my brain is almost like being the mother, being the creator. It takes a lot of your body, it takes a lot of your mental health, it takes a lot of all what you are, and you give all your attention and time to this project, to this creation, to this baby. It sucks all of your energy, all of your own nutrients. You give part of yourself in this process. You are gonna be changed after all, and you go through levels of evolution. Like there is a process, not something that happens from one day to another. And throughout this process, you need something, someone, an institution, or a partner, or a patron to support you. Like you need this community, you need friends, you need your family around. And with art is not different. My cat decided to join us because it's sunny in here and she loves the sun. Like if you're seeing the video, you can see my cat. If not, let's go on. There's a quote from Ben Shahn that says, "An amateur is an artist who supports himself with outside jobs, which enable him to paint. A professional is someone whose wife works to enable him to paint." Again, the idea of art is always coming with a great cost, and you have the choice to search for support in others and luckily maybe find, or you are gonna have to support yourself somehow, because it would always take something. It would always cost you something. It's almost like the law of creation. And I have an episode about this as well, which was about destruction. It's almost like the shadow side of creation is destruction, is what does it take? Like, it takes something to create. Art is precious because it is this rebellious force of not really falling into the game or the system. Like, you can do art for no money at all, and art can exist in an amateur way, in a professional way, and that's why art is amazing, because you can enjoy it sometimes even more for free, and you can do it yourself. You don't have to purchase it. So a great part of art is that it cannot be there, put it in a box. You have to be aware of this if you want to navigate being an artist in an amateur or professional way. There's also a thing about why do we hate, especially like some of us, not everyone, but why we hate people with money. Why we hate people that are successful or that they made money. And sometimes for me that was like manifesting just as being jealous for real from people that were like getting jobs. It's not even that they are rich or successful, but they were doing stuff that I found cool and I wanted to be them. There's a lot of jealousy, there's a lot of our own shadows in there when we start to hate money, or when we start to block the idea of success involving money, or when you just have in your brain that rich people are bad people. And in order like to even start making money yourself, you will have to break this idea in your brain in order to sustain yourself and like grow, like be an adult in this world, which is this reality, is not another reality. You have to make peace with yourself and like work in your own brain some archetypes of this. Bad people are not necessarily rich people, and rich people are not necessarily bad people, and earning money from art is not a bad thing, it's also not a good thing. It's like putting the bad and good, the two opposites that I have really strong in my brain as well, away, so that I can allow myself to even think clearly about what is making money, what is making art, and what is making art that could make money. Do I like this? But how can I accomplish logical thinking without so much emotions and judgments, I would say. It's something that I'm going through. It's not something that I have like solved for myself. But as someone that is working in the field and thinking about this for years, it's not something that you can just ignore. It's not something that you can just have one opinion and let it sit and this is it. You will have to allow yourself to be more flexible with this judgments. If you are like me, it's someone that used to judge this more rigidly. I have a question now for you. But what kind of things that you are paying for? There are creative and artistic. I like to think about this because sometimes we feel that art and paying for art is really far from our reality, or that it's not gonna be there, or that it's impossible. And it's gonna change. Like 10 years ago it was something else, and maybe in 10 years later it's gonna sound different, like this list of stuff that I am consuming artistically. But I do feel like this is a reality check of what is going on right now, me as a consumer and me as a creative person, what I could do to make this process of realizing the market as well, realizing what is going on in the world right now, and having this reality check that you are really insignificant and small. And even if you have this crazy idea of this other way to go, the world outside is going on in its own way. So to finish, I wanted to talk about putting a price. I don't know about you, but I struggle a lot to put a price on something, especially coming from this way of it had a long process and now I have to put a price on a product. And if the product price is gonna be fair or close to fair, I have to consider the whole process of doing it. So it kind of feels for me that this process of putting a price is not always very objective. It's sometimes really personal, really subjective as well, and we can't do this. And like this, we can also like justify a lot of our decisions in terms of how you're gonna sell it, for how much, where, how long, and why you're selling this even. And in this way, I do feel like art is something for me right now successful when I have the option to let my heart and my brain coexist for this decision of, is this gonna become a product or not? Am I going to put a price, and then how is going to be this price? Let me explain. Art is something that you can do and then you're gonna throw this away, put it on trash. Like I record a podcast and feels shitty, I delete it. Or I'm writing a book, I give up. Or now I did something like a clay, feels really nice, but was just a hobby. This is gonna be just as a decoration. Maybe in some years I'm gonna throw this away. Or now I'm gonna craft something and this is gonna be a present for someone that I love. I'm not selling this, I'm giving this. Or I'm gonna work with someone that I like, and in this partnership, there is not anymore, I own this. There's also the work of the other person. So the whole process is gonna be something else. We're going to do something. Maybe this is for a portfolio. This is not even like a project that we're gonna sell or earn something with it. And I also believe that part of being successful in art is being aware of all these possibilities, and how amazing it is that art is so rebellious that allow us to play and not play the game at the same time. And I would consider myself someone successful in art if I still have the option to make this in an amateur way, or now I'm gonna make this in a professional way, to have more freedom here, or now to have no freedom at all, but I would get my money and here we go. It is like, I like this. I like this freedom. I like this possibilities of making art. I like that this is not something that I am serving the system, and once I go out of this job, I will never get to do this again. It's more like, it's in me, all what I need to create, and it's gonna change the manifestation of art. I can go in diverse, like in very different creative endeavors. I mean, it's more like, now I can do clay, and now I can draw, and now I can do a podcast, now I can do video, now I can play and make a music, now I'm gonna go there and act. Like how art is very diverse, and in this diversity it allows me to pick what is hobby, pick what is profession, vice versa. I can change this through the years, allows me to see what is the market nowadays with what I'm dealing. Like, can I sell this now? Because right now this is going on, probably 10 years later will not anymore. And who am I also right now? What do I want to create? What do I want to put a price? Which price? How much? How long? For who? It's like this flow that I was talking about, just allowing this to be the next level, go to the next place, like allow yourself to give this next step and see where it takes you. And if you're going somewhere, you are already succeeding. You are already letting something else come after this. I guess I'm gonna finish here, because other than this, I do not have so much more insights to share with you. It is a very complex topic, is still, but I hope that you understood that I like to acknowledge that the money thing is indeed part of the success. And of course, it's not only this. There's so much to criticize and analyze yet. But I do feel like this was what I had to offer. That it could be more about allowing and just letting things exist and go to the next level. Even if this takes like doing another job, doing something else, letting people sponsor you, this is the way to go. Like for a very long time, there's still a possibility, and I don't see this ending very soon, so we have to talk about it. I would love to hear or read whatever you want to share with me here on the comments, but also send me emails, write me a DM if you want to talk about success as a creative person. And I will also leave in the description my links and my projects and all my portfolio, my socials, if you want to check it out. There is also like my blog where you can read some things, and also my store where you can shop and support. I will see you in the next episode. But if you have any suggestion of topics of, I don't know, part 2, 3, 4, let me know as well. Then I will consider making an episode of your request. And for now, that's it. I hope you have a nice day or week, and I will see you in the next one. And I hope Grace could also like give you some energy. There is a sticker about Grace, which is one that I made and now she's here, which is amazing. It is one that says you can go anywhere with grace. And if we think about success being just giving the next step, if we have grace to do the next step always, this is also success. Like being here, doing something that I like, enjoying the sun, having my cat. If this is not like success, I don't know what it is as well. And I hope the sticker can also give you some grace to go wherever you want. Okay, bye.